All right, y'all. It's another night, Monday night. So welcome to, what is this, Cocktails and Confessionals? I could never, it just didn't sound right to me. Not gonna say it didn't sound right, but I think last week I kept calling it Cocktails and Convos or Conversations. So I'm wondering, which is better, y'all? Let me know if y'all care. Which one sounds better? Cocktails and confessionals or cocktails and convos or conversations or whatever. So yeah. So tonight, I got some thoughts about the Housewives, of course. Y'all know I love this show. Let me go to my notes. Oh my goodness. I already know how to open the scene because I actually watched the preview that they had Bravo had posted anyway, originally last week or whatever, before the episode premiered. So I already kind of know the first scene. Portia sits down with K. Michelle and Kelly. So yes, child, they had this conversation. Portia wants to call out Kelly for sleeping with some married man. Child, Portia, how y'all feel about that? Because the whole reason why Portia wanted to even say anything to Kelly is because she called it the press, saying that Kelly had been talking about her. Portia had been saying that Kelly had been talking about her out in the press or whatever, saying that she need to stop sleeping with married men. But she, of course, was talking about the after show interview, which that's the whole point of the after show interview. It is to give your thoughts about the show. And when she was talking about the show, she's very much so talking about, and I love Portia down. Anybody who knows me, I love Portia. You know what I'm saying? I just recently met her. She's hella sweet, hella cool. But let's be real. It is what it is. Truth is truth. I'm sorry. That's just how I rock always. But yeah, so to me, the only reason Kelly was even saying anything about it, if I remember correctly, this is last season. This is probably a whole year ago, whatever. But what I remember is Kelly was only saying that because, first of all, Kelly came in hot last season on episode 1 talking about Portia sleeping. Why you sleeping with that married man? So it's a gang of people that feel how they feel about Portia with the Simon situation, being married or whatever when she met. Well, he was married when she met him, but we don't know the whole dynamic of, excuse me, y'all, the dynamic of once they started dealing with each other. We don't, you know what I'm saying? That man could have been, if Fallon could have been out of the house, it could have been well over. And we don't know. I get timeline. I understand that. But at the same time, if you're not with these people, in these people's lives, dealing with them, you don't really know for sure, babe. So you're just going by whatever the internet is saying, the blogs are reporting or whatever. So we really don't know. But I do get that is a narrative. That's a narrative out here, Portia, that you mess with married men because you literally married the man that you met who was married on camera. It is what it is. It's not fair, but that's just the perception of it. And then on top of that, last season, you're on camera talking about how you should sleep with Charles, a married man, to Angela, not your homegirl, but she's your coworker at the end of the day, bitch. She's your coworker. You know what I'm saying? So you give off this, I'm finna say Portia. God, forgive me. I ain't gonna start it early. Okay. You give off this Portia though. You know what I mean? That's just whatever. You know, Portia just need to be for real with that. You know what I'm saying? She has to own that. You have to, not to say you own it because you giving us great TV, because the scene was really scening. Don't get it twisted. Portia was really giving OG, I'm finna run the girls, bitch, I'm finna sprinkle a little twinkle, twinkle, get Kelly activated. And that's one thing I do like about Kelly as well, because Kelly does not mind going in on Portia. She don't mind talking to Portia directly. You know, most people, especially as a new housewife, I can understand if you come in intimidated because Portia is Portia. So you may want to brush up, you know what I'm saying? Like, not brush up, You wanna, you wanna smooth, you wanna brush or rub up shoulder to shoulder with the OG. Titan, I'm recording, please, sir. He don't care. But so I understand that. You know what I'm saying? That's how some people would look at the situation. So I do actually like the fact that Kelly don't care nothing about Portia being Portia. I'm still gonna do my part in this ensemble, and you gonna answer some questions, girl. If we got questions, I'm here to ask them. So I know a lot of people don't like Kelly and how she comes in hot. I ain't gonna lie, she do be annoying or whatever, cause she's so tiny and loud. So that's why she comes off annoying. But it do come off. I don't care what nobody say. Kelly gave me a classic last season. What about that baby though? That is one of them classics that be classic quotes of Housewives. To me, that's one of them. And Kenya with her sorry ass. It is what it is. She was fired and she was wrong. But who is this hoe? Lives rent free for me. I quote that any chance I get. Who is this hoe? Sorry. But yeah. So I do like the fact that Kelly can stand her own with Portia. She did seem a little frazzled in the scene, and I get that because she's not a vet, she's still new. Portia was just, I ain't gonna say giving it to her, but she was bitch clock in. You think you finna talk about me in the after show? You think you finna read me on the reunion stage last season and you think I'm not finna make you work? You gonna work. You gonna work for this check. So yeah. And then K Michelle, oh my goodness. K Michelle face the whole time was like what they call a tennis match. She was like, this what y'all do? Like, that's what her face was really giving. Like, and I think she said it at the end of the scene, was like, y'all, I can't wait to what she said, like she excited about this shit now. But that's what her face was giving. It was really like I feel like that's how we as fans and viewers watching the show would be looking like in real time in a scene like that, because nobody's expecting this. We came to this prissy little, this little establishment. We got on our clothes. We in this pink little pretty place. We got our tea. We got our, which Kim Michelle said crumpets and shit. We got our crumpets and shit. Kay got her whiskey in her tea kettle. Nobody's expecting this. It started off as a kumbaya. It started off with Kelly like, girl, yes, I would love for us to get closer because we really do have a lot in common. You are your mama, we business women, we whatever. And Portia's like, yeah, that may be true, but one thing we don't have in common is I was done. But also, I do think K Michelle thought Portia was wrong in the scene because she did make it a point to say in her confessional, I think she was like, girl, like, what is you doing? Why is you worried about this lady hot pocket? Like, what are we doing? But in the scene, of course, she's just looking because at the end of the day, K-Brown like, this ain't my fight. This ain't my fight. And step in and say nothing. But she did try to reset the energy with her little moment with the whole crumpets and shit, and try to get it back on track. So it was really cute. It was really cute. But at the end, of course, when Kelly, I did like how Kelly, I like the fact that Kelly threw in the, you don't want to give me a hug like you did Drew. That was cute shade. But I think she could have said that without hugging her because, bitch, we're not good. Of course we're not good. If it's not true, let's be clear. I honestly love Portia, but I don't honestly believe that. I think that girl probably got a snippet of something like that about Kelly and then added 20 on 10, to be honest, because it just didn't make any sense. Like, why? Dennis is the homie. Why Dennis catching the stray? Dennis ain't even said nothing to nobody. He ain't been in nobody's scene. Why is he on the Housewives in the damn first season, episode 2, getting a stray? Like, why would that girl be in the bed with this married man? And then, first of all, the man is married. What I don't know, but I will only assume if a married man, and I've never been in that situation. I've been married, but I would never cheat. And if I was that person, why would I would be so nervous. I wouldn't probably mention it to anybody. Maybe my closest, if that. Maybe this man did call whoever Portia was with, the guy she was with, that he supposedly texted. Maybe that was his best friend. But in my opinion, why would this married man even say anything to anybody at that time? Like, yo, I got Kelly in the bed with me now. Like, and you're married. You got more to lose than she do. Like, child, that's why some things don't even make... Some things just don't make no sense. I was going to say, Kelly, if that was true, just own it, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You could at least say you didn't know. You could say he told me. You know how women say it all the time. He's leaving her. Or he said he was getting divorced, or he's separated. Whatever you want to spin it, if it actually happened, there was a way for her to spin it. Versus, because at the end of the day, I'm not that one. The onus is on the man. The man is the married one. The man, of course, we women, we need to use our discernment. And I don't care. You may not be married, but even if you move it, second fiddle has never been me. So even if you moving it away from me to suspect anything, that's just not my cup of tea. But I know many of women who really blindly choose to be blind, or literally just don't put two and two and slow for real. Let's just call it what it is. I'm trying to think of kind words, but they slow for real. So they honestly believe like this man ain't married. You've been married to this man for, not married to this man. You meet a man, you've been dating this man for 2 years. Never been in his house. Could he be married? Yes. Could he not be married? Yes. But my antennas would tell me you's hiding something, bitch. Why in 2 years I've never been to your, like, it's women out here like that. And they proclaim, oh, I didn't know. Cool. You may not have known that, but you knew something. Let's be for real. I'm going all off topic. My bad. Anyway, so yes. I like the scene. Like I said, I like the fact that Kelly can give us moments with Portia. Because honestly, who else on the cast besides Shamia? But Shamia and Portia are so, I was going to say toxic. I'm not going to say toxic, but because they were best friends and the relationship was so deep, their drama is not cute. It's not light shade. It's not fun TV, because it's really unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? So looking at them go back and forth and have their differences, unless it's like funny, shady moments, yeah, but the real core of them beefing, I don't like it. I'd rather not. I'd rather them deal with that shit off camera. That's just me. I don't, you know, they had a real friendship, and I do think some things are not for TV. That's just me. That's just me. And look at where they are now. Anyway, and then that takes me back to the last season when they did have that dinner, that one-on-one, Portia and Shamia, and Portia did mention something like they ain't paying for this, or they gotta pay me more if they want this deep of a. And at first, during that scene, I don't remember thinking I agreed with her, but at the same, like now thinking about it, like I understand what she meant. Like, honestly, for me to get dirty with you for real, and show our real, what we're really going through in real life for television, they need to pay me for that. And that's real. Pay me for my pain, because this is real. This is my real friend. This is really hurting me. This is really upsetting. You know what I'm saying? This is really unfortunate. So yeah, if you want to film this, pay me for that. Because this little foo-foo bull crap with the girls, falling out, doing all this, yeah, that's my check. That's my regular salary. But this with my best friend, this realness right here, pay me for that. And I understand that. Now, Portia, I get it, girl. Fuck them. I get it. Fuck everybody who said you was wrong. I get it. All right. So, Pinky. The next, oh yeah, we go to Pinky's house. Girl, Pinky's house, beautiful. I think I heard somewhere they were talking about her decor. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry, my allergies. I'm so sorry. I don't want my nose running because it's stopped up. If you know, you know. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. But so yeah, Pinky's house, beautiful. Her family is beautiful. Oh my goodness. People were like, oh, how can she forget her kid's name? Girl, where you from? Every black mama I know, hell, me, I only got one child. And I will still sometimes call my son my brother because my brother is super younger than me. We're 9 years apart. So my baby brother is, you know, I was teen, dealing, watching him and all that. So, you know what I'm saying? He super young. So sometimes getting on him is how I would get on my brother. So, you know, certain things just be, boy, said it wrong there. To me, if you know, you know. I don't know no black mama. I ain't met no black mama. Mine, my grandma, my friends' mama, grandmas, anybody. Black here in the South, Southern. I'm from Florida, but I don't know no black mama who ain't never called that. My mama would call me her siblings because she's one of 9, 12, something. A lot of kids. So, of course, her youngest sister is years younger than her because there's so many of them. And she would literally call me her sister's name. She got one sister whose name start with a B. When she would say that, I would understand. And she rarely called me that. My aunt, she rarely called me her name. She mostly called me her younger sister name, which is Keisha. Keisha and my name ain't got nothing. No syllables alike. No letters alike, really. We both got an I in our name. That's it. Girl. So, and that's my auntie. That ain't even under her child. But because of the dynamic of it, you're so used to, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's how I grew up. And I know a lot of people like that. Boy, you, get in here. You know your name. Bring your ass. Child, I don't feel no ways about Pinky. Can't remember her baby name. It is what it is. There's a lot of them. Look. So yeah, they're in their home, which is beautiful. The fact, let's see. We found out that they've been married for 5 years and got pregnant after 3 months, child. You know what that tells me? And what it tell all y'all? Oh, and my little cocktail, which ain't nothing but a wine spritzer. But all that tells me, should I say it? That tells me y'all was fucking raw from the jump. 3 months? That is not long. Am I wrong? Let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, 3 months in, I'm still using condoms. Sorry. If I'm fucking you by then, when I was dating, if I am, it's still condoms. Unless that was a whirlwind romance, just that first date was magical. By the next week, you know what I'm saying? The second date, I'm sure you know how it be when you first meet somebody. It was everything to you. Now you're giving it to them. Maybe she did wrap it up the first time. Maybe. I don't know. You know what? It could have not been raw from jump. You know what that really tells me is that the sex is bomb for both of them. I ain't mad at you, big girl. Either way, it produced beautiful children. 5 years of marriage, bitch. High five. Kudos. Kudos, hopefully, because the way what he said, he had to humble her. Some shit like that. Like, and of course, she caught it in a moment, so she was like, humble me? No, you didn't. Maybe he misspoke. Maybe he said it wrong. Who knows? You know, child. Like, we'll see. Only time will tell. People really be, I'm not going to say advocating for downfall of marriages, but They low-key do like, oh no, something wrong with, and I get it. It's not a red flag. It may be like a cautionary, like an eyebrow raise. I don't even think it's a flag. It's just like, watch your mouth, sir. Watch your mouth. That's all it is for me. So yeah, they introduced all the kids. We meet her mom, Jamaican mama. They was so cute with the baby wog on. She was like, look at the baby. Yes, baby. So yeah, and I love the fact we got to know more about her business and the success of her business and the failures of her business, which, you know, it just makes her more appealing to me. I knew of Pinky. I knew Slutty Vegan. We've had, you know, every time you go to Atlanta, you gotta try Slutty Vegan. Back then, it used to be ridiculous. So it's just really interesting to learn more about her story or whatever. So I did like that. We did meet K. Michelle with her husband. We had a scene with that. Y'all, first of all, if you have not seen the interview of K. Michelle with Jason Lee, please watch that because it really goes into detail. She mentions it on the episode. I think she did mention that she was, I don't know if she said she was coming on the show with somebody else, but I think she mentioned that she was dating someone else before they got married. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about that. Because it's really giving, I know that it sounds crazy, but it's kind of like, I think K. Michelle was like, look, I was willing to do the show with this guy, this NBA coach. Cool. If you ain't with the husband, the current husband, you don't want to marry me, cool. It's not going to stop what I'm finna do with this show. But, I was hearing stuff. It's not going to stop. Is that the sprinklers? Must be the sprinklers. It's not going to stop what I'm finna do with this show, right? So, let me move forward with this guy. The guy was giving too much. He was wanted to be the star. And I think K. Michelle was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to be married doing this. I feel as though maybe I can see if K. Michelle was like, look, me doing this show is always what I want to do. It's my dream. And if I'm going to be on this show, I'm going to be a housewife. I think she likes the fact that she can say I am a housewife at the end of the day. She didn't come on this show. I don't think she would have. I think it would have tapped into her insecurities, maybe, understandably. And I'm not judging. I'm just perspective. I can see if she felt like coming on this show as dating would not be sufficient for her. You know what I'm saying? I think she really wanted to come on this show and do the damn thing. As far as I want to be on Housewives of Atlanta, I'm gonna be a motherfucking housewife. So casting, is it dental man husband? And no disrespect, not this man showing his ass. Get on where you get on and get left. What you gonna do? Because this is happening. I'm gonna be on this show, and this is how I want to be on this show. So I can definitely see that for her. So yeah, and then especially in the scene, they showed a clip or whatever from the courthouse of her and him getting married. And I think what she said something about, let me see, did I write in my notes? There is 2 Kim Sims. How do you feel today? And his face was literally exhaustion. Like was it? I'm tired, boss. I done flew here and did this and did all that. Or girl, like, you got me doing all this and now you want me to smile about it? I don't know, y'all. What y'all think? Like, I don't know how to take that. Either way it goes, I think they're the best of friends. He's going to, I'm sure he loves her or whatever. But it does kind of give like, not, the reason I don't call it a storyline or a fake plot, you know what I'm saying? I don't consider it that, only because this that girl real life. I can honestly see this girl dated somebody else. Okay, cool. We whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. the show come along. Oh yeah, this who I'm dating. This my man. And if you watch the interview or whatever, it was this whole thing that the other coach man was going to propose to her on the show. So of course, I'm sure Bravo loved that. And he's NBA. We got Charles Oakley. We got a thing going on, right? I can see that and also see once he starts showing his ass, her being like, oh no, if I'm gonna go through this, I'm not gonna do it with you. You too busy wanting to be the housewife. I'm finna go get my homeboy, who I sex and love low-key. Because I'm sure whether she love him or not, who knows? Who are we to say? She could, she may not, who knows? You can say, how can she love him when she was playing them games? But hell, people do a lot of shit in love. Y'all out here taking these niggas back to back and swear they love you, but they still fucking other women. But you swear they love you. You know what I'm saying? And it to each his own. Because don't nobody know your relationship but you. But you. That's what's wrong. One of the things wrong with the internet. But y'all, yeah. So, yes, what else? On the road. Yes, okay. So then Shamia and Kelly and Angela meet up. They go shopping for their daughters. Kelly talks about her ex doing an interview with Tasha K. Shamia, she said something about Angela and Drew. Oh, talking about did they figure out, was she able to, talking to Angela, asking Angela, was she able to process whatever the episode from last week, her calling out Drew about her saying what she said about the receipts not receipting with the whole Phaedra talking about Charles cheating whole debacle, right? I talked about it in my last video, so if you missed that, go watch that, please. Please. So yeah, to me, like, girl, why are you so pressed for? And like, Shamia's really busy. And I want to like, I do like Shamia. I'm not gonna say I want to like Shamia. I do like Shamia. But girl, we're grown for real. Why is it not computing? And where's the cord, the switch that's not connecting for you? Why are you so pressed about, I ain't even gonna say pressed about the making up, but why can't you accept the fact, like, okay, Drew said such and such, the receipts were not receipting, and she told Angela the receipts are not receipting, and she told Phaedra, hey girl, I want to clean slate with you or whatever. I told Angela, I had told her, I feel as though the receipts are not receipting. I'll let Angela know the receipts are not receipting, but I do want men to, what is so wrong? Like, why is that so wrong? It be that. And to me, Drew is honestly doing her job as a friend or an alliance. Because who knows if any of these friendships are for real, for real. We don't know unless we see it outside of the show. And I ain't seen that shit outside of the show. But I'm also not a person on their page. I'm not really, that's crazy, me on the internet or whatever. I'm not really a scroller or whatever. Me knowing something is because I came across it. Somebody told me. I'm not that like the blogs and what did, I know it. I was gonna say, I've heard No Chaser TV. Do I follow them on IG? I don't know. But I've heard that that's one of the, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going from blog to blog, like looking, you know what I mean? So I don't really know. When I see it, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not really paying attention to their pages because, you know, even though I think I follow Drew, for me or my algorithm, when I go on IG or something and scroll, Drew ain't on there. You know what I mean? And that's for whatever reason, but I'm not, anyway, I would have to go look for her page unless it's something, anyway. So whether they hang out or not outside of filming, I really don't know. I have not seen it, but I don't know if they actually do. Saying that to say, to me, I wouldn't put it past them if they're really not friends and just have this alliance to, To me, you my homegirl. When we at work, bitch, you my girl. You the girl I hang out with at work. We talk. We do our job together. We go to lunch together. You my homegirl. But when I'm outside of work, I got my people. Is that not? Am I the only one living like that? I get it. I get it. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't see that Drew is doing anything to Angela. To me, like I said, I feel like she's doing her job of being a friend or an alliance partner. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's given to me. And I told y'all in the last video, I think Drew let Angela know, straight up, girl, friend to friend, homegirl to homegirl, co-worker to co-worker, alliancer to alliancer. This shit ain't making no goddamn sense. It's time to let it go. That's just my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's right, whether you like it or not, I just think that's how it played out. So y'all let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. During this time, Kelly talks to the girls about everything that happened with Portia at the little tea time. And she in the moment says that she calls her Horsea. So of course the girl's like, did you call her that? And Kelly did admit, like, no, I may not have said that in the moment, but I'm saying it now. Because, bitch, now that she's telling the story, she gassed up. But see, I wish it would have made for really good TV if she had that same energy for Portia in that moment. Because, bitch, who the fuck is you talking to? Who's you talking? Married, May. I would have been so... If you should have been so offended, and she looks like she was, but at the same time, I think she was so busy trying to dial that down and dial that back. Like, girl, I'm not finna do this with you. Whether it was she couldn't think of how to address it in the moment, or I don't know, maybe she just didn't want to, I don't know, maybe she just didn't want to deal with it. I don't know. Either way it goes, she ain't do that shit. So I would have liked for her to, are you kidding me, Horsea? In the moment, let's talk about it. You brought this to me. You brought it to me that you done heard this, that, and the third, bitch. Oh, because your shit is definitely not clear. Your pot is completely black. So I would have loved for Kelly to have, I'm sorry, I love Portia, ate her ass up in that scene, because who you think you is? Do you not know your resume when it comes to married men? This is not the field you want to be in. You could have talked about my restaurant. You could have talked about my ex. This field, you don't want to be in. So then now saying that out loud, Kelly, is it some truth? Because why wouldn't you want to just go in? You've been trying to go in on Portia since you met her. That's your bestie, frenemy. Oh, bitch. All of us would have, anybody who like me and think like me, that would have been a moment. And my homegirl don't like you, and you talk shit to my homegirl, y'all beefing. Oh, bitch, I'm on your ass for the old and the new. That would have been the moment. Girl, Kelly. Now I'm looking at Kelly sideways. Okay. Let me move on, child. Let me move on. What we at now? Now we at Drew premiere, child. Everybody will know Angela, Phaedra, Cynthia, Portia, Drew. Goes to Drew's movie premiere for that movie run. Have y'all seen that movie? Portia walks up. She brings Sway. She's casually dating, she says. So she introduces the girl to her friend, Sway. And like I said, I just recently met Portia, and she was with Sway. They're dynamic together. They were together. And where we were was because people try to say it's fake or whatever. It was no point for them to be together if it's just a fake relationship. And child, bitch, that shit real. They're a couple. They look good. Good. Portia fine. Fine in real life, bitch. Fine. Sway is fine. Beautiful couple. Beautiful couple. So yes. This the Phaedra. Oh, I didn't tell y'all at the beginning who my confessional killer is. Phaedra. And it's from this scene right here. Talking about that goddamn, what she say? Portia like the Capitol. Did I write it? No. Damn, Portia said something about the Capitol. If you got the money for the... Portia got the for the money. Girl, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, girl? But I tell you, that's the part. I had to rewind that bitch. I laughed so hard. I tickled so hard, so good. I had to rewind it. That was funny. That is Housewives. That is Atlanta Housewives. I love it. When Angela was in her confessional talk about Kelly S, oh, that's her bit. I love it. Those are the things that set Atlanta apart. Now, Salt Lake City, I ain't finished last season. But typically before, they would give. And also Beverly Housewives used to give a little bit too. I haven't watched, I don't think I watched since Garcelle left. But they did give a little bit too in their confessionals. But Salt Lake City, what's her name with the short hair? She divorced her man. Now she had a young little tenderoni too after that announcement. What's her name? I forgot her name. I ain't even gonna try to rack my brain. But she typically has the short hair. She was one of the later additions to the show. But her confessionals, even at I think BravoCon, I think she won something anyway, whatever. Braylon Bright? Damn, why her name is escaping me? Anyway, her. I like her confessionals too, but for me, Atlanta Housewives really set the bar. They really set themselves. Their confessionals are top tier because they make it fun. They keep it fun. And I think some people say Housewives of Atlanta be so dark, like every scene, everybody going in, it's always on 10, da 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 da. Truth may be, I think that was last season. I think you can't really hold that against the entire franchise because of last season. Last season was really heavy, but they're typically light, which is why it's like my guilty pleasure of trash TV. Some people who their trash TV is Zeus. To each his own. It's just not my cup of tea. That's really, I'm so not. Oh, I was gonna say low vibrational. And I hate to say that. That's just I'm gonna just say it because it's my first thought. But yeah, for me, I'm sorry, y'all, if I keep leaning because the back of my leg is itching or whatever. But not it make me itch. But not damn. Child. This is real. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just not that low vibrational. I'm sorry that, and it's not no shade, no nothing to people who enjoy it. I know good women, successful, prosperous women, faithful, committed, good women whose guilty pleasure is Zeus. So it's not necessarily a low tier of people who watch that. It's just not my cup of tea. It's too much. It will take me to watch. That's just me. So yeah, Housewives is my Huntsville used to be too. I haven't really watched Huntsville in a minute. I'm not this seat. Well, I don't even know because they go through quarters. You know what I'm saying? They like a motherfucking NBA game, bitch, or a football game. They got quarters, so I don't know what quarter they in. Girl. Okay, so in this scene, Drew spills her own tea, talking to Portia about Sway. What she said, girl, why are you living my life? Portia's like, did y'all catch that? Girl, what Portia said, girl, I don't know why you hiding it. Portia said it in the moment. Production. What was Drew's response? She mustn't have one because I would hope they wouldn't cut that out. Portia said it in the moment. Girl, I don't know why you keep hiding it. That damn Portia. Angela apologizes to Phaedra for not asking if she had anything to do with the whole Charles thing last year about Charles cheating and the whole setup. Phaedra said absolutely not. So Angela in turn apologized like, hey, you know what? the mere fact I didn't even bother to ask you last season, I apologize. Let's move forward if you're willing to do so. And she does. That's good. So we can move on from that. I know some people are probably going to be like, oh, they should have, that's too easy. Now, I think I did say in the last video, the way it seemed like they were just moving on from it without any addressing, absolutely not. Because then it comes off like, what are we doing? The last time we saw y'all on TV together, you was gung-ho with this lady setting your daggone marriage up. Like, that is nothing trivial to me. So how do you just move on from that? But this, I don't necessarily think a whole sit-down moment. Of course, it's probably good for TV. And yeah, I'll take it if it happens. But I'm not like, oh, no, we need to have a sit-down moment in order to hash this out. No, bitch. I should have asked you, did you do it? No, bitch, I didn't do it. You know what? My bad. Okay? The shit already don't make sense. You telling me to my face that you did not do this? Okay. Move on. Now, the next time something happened, you know what I'm saying? I know how to handle you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But move on. Like, oh, am I old? Girl, I ain't even hit 40 yet. I'm almost there. But I'm too old for it. So, my God, today. I know y'all is. Okay, yeah. So, Angela tells Phaedra and Portia, because Portia walked up like, bitch, they talking. Angela's telling Phaedra about what Kelly said about Portia calling her Portia. So Phaedra's like, what? So when Portia come over there for to tell them something, Portia taking it back like, what's going on? Portia, she's stepping back because like, bitch, what's going on? Your eyebrows is raised. Your eyebrows is to your hairline, bitch. What is wrong? I love Portia. Portia is such a homegirl. She's like one of my girls. Like, that's some shit we be on. Like, bitch, what? Look at your face, bitch. Yes, I'm concerned. Look at you. What? Girl, I love it. It was so funny. So, yeah. So, of course, they tell Portia. Portia's like, what? Oh, she's a fake-ass bitch. Because they hugged after, which, I mean, who would be good after that? But at the same time, bitch, if we're not good, why is we hugging? So, let me know what y'all think about that. Do you think Kelly was wrong for hugging Portia in that moment? Should she have just stood on how she really felt? Or do you agree with, I think Shamia said, her opinion was that Kelly hugged her in order to de-escalate the situation. So yeah, so Portia's like, I'm good on her. And I'm not going to that ragged ass restaurant event. She didn't say ragged ass, but you know, that's literally what she was giving. So y'all enjoy. Girl, but this tickled me. Angela's face was like, so you don't want no chicken and waffles? It would have sent me. And Portia was like, girl, no, chicken and waffles. Angela loves Kelly's food. You hear me? I think she done said it about 3 times in this episode. Girl, Angela was like, you ain't going. She didn't say that, but that's how her face was looking like, you ain't going. So she's like, you don't want no chicken and waffles? Like, you gonna give up them chicken and waffles? Girl, that's the way it made me feel like y'all be talking about them chicken and waffles off scene, off camera. Y'all like them chicken and waffles Kelly be whipping up. Yes, you do. So, yeah, everybody enjoyed Drew's movie. And Sway and what Phaedra want Portia and Sway to find her somebody to double date with, child. Y'all tell me, I think, who said Drew was kind of low-key flirting with Sway? What y'all think? I don't think so. Because if anybody in a friend group with your person, your significant other, your man, and your friends talk to your man, like, well, I guess they just meeting. I was gonna say, of course you're gonna be a little, like, I wouldn't assume you're flirting with my man by just regular banter. You know what I mean? Because Drew was like, you know, what she said, I felt seen, I felt supported, but she was looking at, but it depends on how the conversation goes. I don't know. We looking at the end of the show, so I don't know. Maybe the way they cut it got the people out there thinking that Drew was low-key flirting with Sway, child. I don't believe that. I don't think that, but it is what it is, child. But Portia was like, oh, Angela was like, oh, Drew already got a man. Did she say? Yeah, she said that, right? Drew already got a man. So Portia was like, well, what man? Phaedra talking about Mr. Telephone. See, that's what I like about this show. It's so light and fun. So, girl, Drew couldn't even say nothing. It was so on point. Drew couldn't even say. Drew was like, and it hit her. You can see it hit her in the moment, and she just had to laugh and high five Phaedra. And girl, and then Portia and Angela on the side. Mr. Telephone Man. They over there high five and saying, I loved it. It was so cute. I love scenes like that. So cute. All right, so everybody goes to Kelly's event except for Portia. To me, takeaways, Shami was hating on Angela and Phaedra making up. Let's be for real. She was a hater. But the girls did get her together. I think Shamia always kind of feels like she has this point to prove. I think that's where she kind of get lost in translation. She kind of lose the moment and being in the moment of certain situations because she's so in her head. I ain't gonna say that because she kind of don't seem like she be in her head a little bit. I don't know. That part just, in my mind, it just made me feel like, girl, this is a TV show. They had a conversation. They talked about it and they moved on. Move the story along. Why do you want this to be such a... Mind you, this is Phaedra, not Phaedra. Yeah, this is Phaedra and Angela. This is from last season. We don't want to watch a repeat of last season. We don't. Like, girl, move. Them had the conversation, and from that conversation decided we're gonna move on. Why you mad? You weren't dragged into it. Nobody brought your name into the lies. You weren't a part of the scheme that so-called Todd made up. You were not a part of none of that. So why are you mad? Or I ain't gonna say mad, but why are you? And then her reason was because, oh, y'all want me to, anytime I brush something under the rug, y'all ain't want me to brush nothing on the rug. And I think Drew, somebody was like, exactly, you cannot brush things under the rug. You have to address it. And I can't for the life of me, maybe, I don't know, but I don't recall anybody. I know Angela them brought up what Shamia said about Portia to Portia and how she didn't feel the same way or whatever I'm remembering. I remember a conversation with Angela and Portia in Angela's backyard on the basketball court. And I think Angela did, because Portia walked off in her feelings or whatever. I forgot what she said. But girl, I don't even want to, that's too much time on Shamia. I'm sorry. Poop. And I do like, Shamia just be doing too much. Oh, she'd be doing too much. Pinky and Kelly have a conversation that I like. Pinky did seemingly pull Kelly to the side and let her know, like, hey, I left you on red unintentionally. I had a lot of things going on and, you know, I didn't mean to. And I get that. People got shit. People got lives. And that's a lesson, honestly. Because last episode, Kelly made it a point to say that Pinky is not a girl's girl. She left me on red. She's not a girl's girl. You don't know what somebody is going through. Because maybe I take onto that more so because I'm a person like that. If I'm going through, if life is lifing me and you send me a whatever message on Instagram, it could be very much so serious to you. It is not in my moments of what's going on this whirlwind in my life. Your message means nothing to me. Take it personal if you want to. You're a bad friend. You're not a girl's girl. And my thing with people is, if I don't respond to you, or you see I left you on red, and you automatically take that to mean the lowest of the low, that's a reflection on you, bitch, because check on me. Check on me. Maybe I'm not okay. Hey, I could have opened that damn message. I ain't even finna go there. In the midst of something. And but that's just me. That's just so I understood Pinky on that. And hopefully, when Kelly did accept it, hopefully it's real. Because I get that. And that's why I was saying I relate to that, because I'm very much so that person who has gotten misunderstood because, oh, you left me on red. Girl, I read that message and then I don't even remember reading that message, honestly. I opened the message, okay? Moving along. Get you a life. Get you some business, okay? Get you some business. But I did like that conversation. Portia sends Kelly flowers, girl. Kelly said, F your flowers. Kelly said, F your flowers, like Charlie Murphy. Did that couch? Was that Charlie? No, that was that same episode of Dave Chappelle playing Prince. F yo. That's how she felt about them flowers. Kelly said, F them goddamn flowers. What y'all think? Do you think Kelly should have accepted the flowers and just been grateful? Because Portia literally didn't have to send you no flowers. But Kelly, they said, F them flowers. You support me, and because flowers don't pay no bills. But Kelly, how can you expect somebody to support you that you calling Portia? It be little shit like that. Because at the same time, you got to own your shit. Like, yeah, I'm having an opening event, and yes, you should support me. I would like for you to support me, but I can understand why. And I'm low-key not expecting you to be here because Portia, that's just my mind. I would not even expect her to be there. You know that it got back to her. You know the show. You watched the show before you joined the show. You was a part of the show last season. You know when you talked to Shamia and Angela, somebody was taking that back to, you know it wasn't Shamia, but you knew it was going to get back to. Either way, if you ain't know one of them was taking it back to her, you knew the cameras was. Moving along. Ooh, Lord, Drew and Shamia having a conversation. Shamia, are you okay, babe? Are you okay? She was literally trying to defend that video after the reunion last season with the whole apology video, saying Drew's point was, yeah, you had an apology video, but it was no apology to me because you made it a point to point out, to call me out and let me know you could have gone harder on me. And so basically watch myself, right? So why would Drew take that as an apology? And Shamia's literally like defending the fact, like, no, if I apologize, it's genuine. Are you okay? Like, are you okay? That is not an apology to her. You have an apology video, but you made sure it was not an apology. Girl, it is Shamia mama. Are y'all okay? Like, and I get it's not this, disrespect her mom. I get it. But this is a TV show, mama. This is a TV show. This ain't got nothing to do. For me, I would tell my mama, I don't need you saying shit to defend me with these girls, because as soon as these girls say something to you out the way, it's going to take it to a whole nother level. So for me, that's why I would make sure, like, no, ma, like, no, this ain't got nothing to do with you. You come over here, you speak to the girls, you say hey to the girls, and you, mama, that's it. You ain't got to chat these girls. I don't need, like, no, that's not your role as a mama. Unless it was really something really going on now, because your mama's go mama. My mama got it up in her, okay? So I get that, but at the same time, with my mama being who she is and who she can be, because she'll lose it, she's still a mama. She's still gonna move in that energy and operate in that energy. So I just don't see it. I feel like she doing too much. Me and mama was doing too much. I'm sorry. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Like you say, you gonna pray. Okay, you say a little, okay, girls, behave. I get my paddle. Okay, that's cutesy. But all the others, like, come on, mom. Excuse me. Come on, mom. Oh. So then we get the closing scene, I think, with K. Michelle performing at the, it wasn't a country music awards, but it was one of those country awards where she was honoring, I forget the lady name, the black lady, but she's a country singer who's been really an advocate for black country singers. So she was about to perform. K. Michelle said she got up from the couch and everything was all wet, so she did have some leakage from an old wound. I'm assuming her old surgery wound, which is kind of crazy. But I don't know. I don't know the timeline. How recently did she have surgery? When I remember K. Michelle, because I think K. Michelle was on Botched, if I'm not mistaken. That was years ago. So I don't know. But she has had multiple surgeries. So maybe she had a surgery wound that was still healing or whatever. So for the open, I don't know. But my heart does go out to her. I did feel her when she kind of had an emotional moment because she felt as though this is what I did to myself. And I can't relate to it, but I can empathize. I understand that because it is different for something to happen to you health-wise and you're like, God, you know, you can kind of make sense of it when it's not of your own doing, because you can kind of wrap your mind around, maybe it's God's plan. Maybe God has something better out. You know, it's something needed for me to go through this for, you know what I'm saying? I have to go through this in order to get to something, whatever. You can kind of psych your mind out for, right? But I can only imagine what it does to a person mentally when you know you are going through this because of something, a decision that I made. You know what I'm saying? So prayers out to her for that. I did see a preview that I think she's gonna have surgery. So that's good. She's doing good after the surgery. And K. Michelle just really gives me, I can see why people think she's such a sweetheart, because I'm not gonna say insecure, but she really does give me sensitive, like, and it's so minute, but in the moment she was asking her husband, she was like, I'm pretty. I don't know why that just made me wanna, like, girl, you, of course, girl. Like, it made me want to pour into her or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's me. But yeah, child, that's how it ended. But we do see a clip from next episode that, what did K. Michelle call Portia? Why I want to say silly broad. She didn't say silly broad. Something along that lines when she's, I don't know, we gonna see. She said something about her being a damn silly broad because she said, you had a miscarriage? Child. I don't know. We're gonna watch. You know, I'm gonna have some thoughts, so we're gonna talk about it, y'all. But that's it for me. Let me know in the comments below, like I said, what y'all think about certain things with Portia and how Kelly handled that situation. Should she have hugged her, you know, at the end of that exchange? Is Kelly wrong, you know what I'm saying, for the flowers and shit that for shitting on the damn flowers that Portia sent her? What y'all think about Pinky and her situation, her marriage? A lot of people are opinionated on her marriage, child. People always got opinions about some of marriage, child. And I want to know how many of the motherfuckers that got their opinions married. Because a lot of married people don't have their opinion because they understand. But you can't control these niggas. Ooh. This finna go on to my, you really finna get, so I'm gonna go. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. Okay? All right. Have a good night. Until next time, ciao.